Okay, so my name is Jude Choi, Senior Vice President at XMars. I see a lot of friendly faces actually in the crowd, so it's good to see everybody. This session is going to be around AMC, one of my favorite topics, and just kind of a high-level overview of what I'll cover. A quick introduction, kind of what is AMC, which I think probably everybody in this point knows what AMC is. We'll talk about success stories and we'll kind of weave it all together. And then a demo, you guys, the key demo, we actually have a booth over there. So if you guys want to do a deep dive into a demo, happy to show you a product demo when it gets started. So a little bit more about me. So I was actually at Amazon when sponsored ads launched, and I saw ROIs of 100x when I first started at Amazon. And I've never seen anything take off as quickly as sponsored ads than AMC. I think AMC is just an incredible opportunity. I think it's still very early days in terms of AMC. And so I think the goal of this is I really want to give you guys tactical information versus high level theoretical, this is what AMC is. And I hope that you guys could probably take away some things and apply them. If you do have an AMC instance, great. But if you don't, we're happy to help you guys get set up. And then also happy to help you guys advise on what you guys can do around AMC to make it as beneficial as possible. So the key things are around, I kind of talked about this, but leveraging AMC for super precise targeting, a couple of use cases around the automated models that we have, and then obviously sponsored ads and DSP, how to leverage AMC for both from a tactical perspective. Just real quickly, a little bit about XMars if you guys don't know about us. So we're a global company. We have over 400 employees. We operate in markets. We also luckily won the Amazon Ad Partner Award for Technology last year, and now we're a finalist again this year. So I hope everybody's crossing your fingers for us. But we'll be hearing later tonight. Thank you. I see one crossing me over there. Thank you, Melissa. I see you over there. We'll have that announced tonight. But I think we are in a very fortunate position where our tech has been vetted by obviously Amazon, and it's been really exciting to see the traction and momentum so far. Okay, and then in terms of XMars as an AMC, like why should you guys trust us with AMC? So in terms of the number of instances right now globally from any other provider, we actually manage and the most AMC instances go through the XMars platform. So right now, I think over 50% of global instances are managed through XMars. In terms of the models, customization, and overall expertise, we have a lot of insights and data around trends, analytics, best practices, use cases, where we could kind of teach you guys and showcase to you guys like, hey, this is what we're seeing that's working really well for a brand, and try to make it as tactical as possible versus theoretical. So for those that don't know what AMC, I think it's about 10% of the crowd. AMC is effectively a database of all of your customer actions on Amazon. So if somebody sees an ad and they go back to Amazon, AMC basically tracks every single thing that your customer does on Amazon. Now, the really powerful thing about AMC is that you can answer questions that you just weren't able to answer before without AMC. So hey, is my upper funnel performing? What ASINs should I be advertising? What ASINs should I be bundling together, cross-selling, upselling, et cetera? All of these key aspects that can inform your ad strategy, whether it's Q4, Q1, or beyond. AMC has been such a powerful tool. We've seen campaigns increase ROAS by 2 to 4x. We've seen people be able to generate reporting and insights that they were never able to do before. And I'll dive a little bit more into that kind of later on. Challenges of using AMC. So I don't want to spend too much time here. I think everybody knows. I don't know how many people know SQL, but if you do, congratulations. Okay, I see one hand. Good for you. I think a lot of the marketers in this room probably don't know how to write SQL. I don't know how to write SQL. And it's not even just SQL, it's Amazon's version of SQL, so they make it even more difficult. And I think that's a really big technical barrier for folks around SQL, right? The other aspects is it's very time consuming from a campaign, from a marketer's perspective, to be able to learn it, to be able to go back to your data science teams, if you guys have one, and be able to say, hey, these are the AMC reports that we need, and there's a 2-week time frame, and then you come back and forth, and it's now at that point, it's 4 weeks, and you guys don't have an AMC custom audience ready. So I think there are some very technical gaps right now that, as a company, we are looking to solve, where XMars, what we've done is we've built a completely no-code solution. So no SQL needed, completely drag and drop. Me, as someone that doesn't know a lick of SQL, could go in and create my own custom reports, custom audiences for all of my campaigns or for any of the people that I'm working with today. We have over 10, and so we have the most comprehensive models, and you guys can see on the screen here, where we have the most comprehensive models in terms of path to conversion, if you guys want to track customer lifetime, cross-product association. But I think some of the key things here is the unique thing about our platform is you can track it, all of these reports on a campaign level, but you can all drill down into the ASIN level as well. So if you want ASIN level granularity in terms of analytics around path to conversion, around cross-product association, around customer lifetime value specifically for an ASIN, we can do that all without any code. The other aspect is audience creation. So I think if you are running DSP right now and you're not leveraging AMC custom audiences, you are leaving money on the table. We've seen AMC custom audiences outperform standard audiences by 2 to 4x. And just a couple of examples, if you guys are brands or an agency, add to cart but have never purchased, that is a staple and that should be in every single one of your campaigns. But what we've seen to be really effective is the granularity of, we've seen brands do add to cart but have never purchased, but have also visited a detailed page view more than 3 times of a specific ASIN, and now you're able to retarget those customers. So I think about right now AMC from a standard audience perspective, a lot of folks are doing it on the layer 1 of add to cart but have never purchased. The people that are doing AMC really well are folks that are thinking not just add to cart but have never purchased, but also people that have, let's say, typed in a specific keyword and visited a detailed page view more than 3 times and have ordered more than X amount of times. You can now get that level of granularity in all of your custom audiences. So a couple of things here from a case study perspective. So Greenworks is a brand that kind of experienced stagnant sales growth. They had a kind of a ceiling that they were capping out on. And so from an overall sponsored ads and DSP perspective, they were kind of maxed out. And so what AMC opened to them was a level and a way to grow that just wasn't available before. So one of the most effective custom audiences for them were people that added to wish list but have never purchased and have visited retail page view more than 3 times. And so you guys can see from the level of results that you saw here, just with AMC and the reports and analytics that they were able to drive around cross-product association, that was another key one, where they were able to understand if somebody goes to my hero ASINs, what other ASINs are they buying together? What other ASINs or more expensive ASINs are they buying in our catalog so we can upsell them? And so there's very strategic, very granular levels of insights that they were able to derive from the platform and then create these custom audiences. And you're seeing this on the screen here, 10% increase in ROAS, 20% increase in branded searches, these level of metrics that they just couldn't get to before, by the way. So it was all done through our platform. Uh-oh. Test, test. Is that better? Okay. The other one was Goal Zero, very similar level of metrics here, where Goal Zero, where they had an incredible amount of competition without, and I'm seeing a lot of heads. Can you guys hear me okay? No? Test, test, test. There we go. Okay, thumbs up. So Goal Zero was a brand that had a lot of competition, and their brand and their overall, the saturation and the penetration of the market was very high. So what they needed to find were new ways to grow, where previously sponsored ads and DSP just didn't afford them the luxury to be able to do so. So what they were able to do was they leveraged custom audiences, reporting and analytics. One of the most popular ones was path to conversion. They were able to identify down to the specific ASIN level, which ASINs and which campaigns from an upper funnel perspective were actually driving performance rather than sponsored ads getting all the attribution. So what happened there is they were able to double down on the upper funnel awareness and be able to say these specific campaigns, my Prime Video campaigns, my sponsored TV campaigns, they're actually driving a lot of upper funnel performance and lower funnel conversions than we previously thought. And so we should actually be investing more budget into these upper funnel campaigns versus less. And what happened there with those insights is they were able to convince their internal leaders, have those conversations because they now have that data that they just didn't have before. I'm going to skip over this demo slide really quickly because the demo, like I said, we'll do a deep dive of the demo. If anybody's interested, happy to do a deeper dive of the demo over at our booth. But what we also wanted to call out here was specifically for unBoxed and kind of what we wanted to do with this overall crowd is because AMC is such a hot topic, we want to be able to give you guys access to our AMC hub 1 month for free. And I think what comes along with it is advisory. So I talked about the tactical executions. One of the key things that I wanted to call out was we have models like customer lifetime value, which you're able to now track the total sales of a campaign versus ROAS. So we had a great example of a brand that used our customer lifetime value model, analyzed a campaign, 2 campaigns. One of the campaigns had a 2x ROAS, and the other campaign had a 4x ROAS. And they historically invested way more money into that 4x ROAS campaign than the 2x ROAS campaign. What they actually found from the customer lifetime value model was the 2x ROAS campaign generated more total sales from a look back window of 12 and a half months than the 4x ROAS campaign. And so what they started to do was slowly take away budget from that 4x ROAS campaign, put more and more into that 2x ROAS campaign, and their overall total sales, the account portfolio growth, the incremental sales grew accordingly to the 2x ROAS campaign getting more and more budget. And that is something where everybody in this room, whether it's with XMARS or any other tool out there, that is something where you can analyze all of the campaigns on now a customer lifetime value, because I think everybody in this room at this point knows that ROAS is a little bit of an outdated metric. You can gamify ROAS however you need to, but when you start looking at things from a total sales perspective, a 12 and a half month look back window, you look at the trends, you look at the analytics, and you're now able to analyze campaign by campaign. Am I making the most effective use of every single dollar that I spend? So those are just a couple of use cases. I think all of these use cases, as I mentioned, you guys are able to leverage our platform and be able to understand these analytics and insights with a couple clicks of a button. It takes less than 48 hours to get up and running. And like I said, with the offer that we have, we're happy, and we're excited to give everybody in this room 1 month free just to be able to test out our AMC platform. Awesome. Thank you, guys.